I thought it would be great to get a little bit of a broader perspective. So to start off the session, I thought we could start with a quick video call, actually using Lync. And I'd like to introduce a special guest speaker here with us today. Bill. Hey, Bill. Bill, it's so great to have you joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in my office in Seattle and enjoying using Lync here.
Great. So you can see I'm actually using Lync to do this video call. When I maximize this, we're going to switch over to high-definition video. And in a couple of seconds, you'll see a great high-definition video interaction with Bill himself. So Bill, thank you so much for being here. We're using off-the-shelf PCs, off-the-shelf webcams, just an internet connection. But with Lync, we get the high-definition video. Bill, why don't you start off by just giving us a sense for 5 or 6 years ago, you really pushed the company to get into this software-powered unified communication space. Tell us about why. What was the opportunity you saw?
Well, Microsoft's about the magic of software and making things work together, allowing everything to be a platform for applications. And when you looked at the PBX, it really sat there by itself. It had its own directory, its own infrastructure. It wasn't connected up to the groups you defined. It didn't have access to your schedule. It couldn't connect up to the PC screen in the right way. And so that isolation meant that it wasn't available platform. And actually, the end user navigating back and forth. And as the mobile phone came in, that almost was a third thing. And so software wasn't helping the user in the way we thought it could.
Great. Over the past 5 years, obviously, we've made some good progress. Any thoughts on how you think the industry has kind of evolved over the 5 or 6 years?
Well, I think the importance of unified communications is far stronger today than it was when we started on this path. If you look at the high-definition screens, the cameras, the pervasiveness of the mobile phone, the desire of the employee to use that mobile phone and then be able to transfer calls and data back and forth to their PC, the desire to have a workforce that's mobile, bring people in, collaborate with them in new ways, the need to put everything into a consistent platform is very clear now. And so it really was very timely that we made the big bet in this area.
Absolutely. Now, when you think about this shift from sort of the traditional PBX to more of a software-powered unified communications, how big is that shift? How do you relate it to other shifts in the industry in terms of importance or size?
Well, I think this is probably the most important thing to happen for the office worker since the PC came along. There's always attention to great things that are going on in the home and consumer type stuff, but it's important to remember that productivity in the office is a central thing. And I'm so excited that this one is coming together. When you look at somebody's desktop, right now you see that phone is a separate thing and the PC, and you are working with one, learning one. It's got funny buttons, funny ways that you do things. People still feel a little inept. That screen can put up full sets of information. It can have your calendar up there. The whole thing will be quite different. And so when you see somebody's desk in a movie and you see that separate phone, you'll think, wow, that was before this happened. That was before software came in and a great platform emerged that would let people do flexible work.
Super. So we've made some great progress. We're excited about the Lync launch itself. Any sense for what you think comes next?
Well, software has not stopped doing its magic. We're seeing that with the camera now we can do visual recognition. We're seeing whiteboards. I think it'll become standard in the office that your whiteboard will let you draw people in for video conferencing. It'll let you navigate through information. So that kind of touch type interface, the video recognition, the voice recognition, those advances in software will drive us to a new level. Another key point here is that we're opening this up to application developers. And so a lot of the surprise we'll see will be coming from those application developers. Whenever in the past we've given people a rich platform and let them go at it, let them understand what does a hospital need, what does a law firm need, what does a call center need, they've been able to really do some amazing things. So this is the start of unleashing that whole software applications community.
Well, Bill, thank you so much for joining us. It's really great that we could use the technology itself to bring you in, but I really appreciate you taking the time, and thanks so much for all your effort today.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Bill. So you can see that, with Lync, every single face-to-face communication can be better, whether you're connecting across the hall or across the world. Bill's 3,000 miles away in his office in Seattle, and yet just with off-the-shelf PCs, off-the-shelf, it's a $50 webcam we've got going there, and our internet connectivity, we're able to have a very, very high quality face-to-face meeting.